Remember, folks, I'm just a Muppet in a chair. Don't take me seriously. What's up, Boomerites? It's good to see you. This reaction video, I had done a live stream recently. Sometimes I do live streams to check in with you guys, talk to you from time to time. So if you ever see I'm live, hop in and ask me some questions. But I got asked if, in that live stream, if I was planning to do any more Would I Lie to You reactions. And I hadn't planned on it, but I was like, you know what? I missed that show. Would I Lie to You is a show that I wish we had here in America. I really wish we did have Would I Lie to You. Because it's so much fun guessing if these contestants really do lie. It's such a simple thing, but it makes it so much fun, you know. Also, I haven't checked out Mack in a while, so I chose this particular clip. This one is called Mack's Walk Around the Clock Cookbook. Would I Lie to You? Now, based just off of the title, I think he's lying. But let's check out the clip and hear his responses, and then I'll let you know if I think he's lying. Usually I'm pretty good guessing these things, but some of them... who was the guy? Bob Mortimer. Bob Mortimer was the one guy where you did not know at any point if he was lying or not, because some of the shit he did was so ridiculous, and yet most of it was true. So, let's check it out. Remember to like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want, and let's check out this Would I Lie to You clip with Mack in it and determine if he's lying or not. Here we go.
Having recently got into Eastern cuisine, this Christmas sees the launch of my new cookbook, Mack's Walk Around the Clock.
Right off the bat, I would buy it, but two, I think he's lying. Let's hear the questions that are thrown at him.
David, give us some of the recipes from Walk Around the Clock.
Shall I give you my favourite ones?
Give that, just your favourite 6 or 7.
Okay. Yeah, well, I like quite simplistic. Because believe it or not, simplistic.
So, raw pork.
So, sweet and sour pork balls is one of my specialities.
How would you cook your sweet and sour pork balls?
Well, I'll tell you exactly how I would cook my sweet and sour pork balls. For £9.99, you can find out.
Did you go to the publishers with this idea?
I went to Penguin because they're the only book publishers I've heard of.
How keen were they? Because I have to say, if I was a publisher and you came to me,
yeah,
I wouldn't be interested.
Well, ironically, Penguin didn't pick it up straight away.
Yeah.
Did you work in conjunction with a proper chef?
Of course, I was helped a little bit.
Who? By whom?
It's a friend of mine, works at the Chinese restaurant.
What's the name of this person?
You wouldn't know him.
Well, give it a try.
Steve. Steve Jenkins. I've been going into the Chinese restaurant a lot recently. And I've been really sort of learning about it and savouring the dishes. And I keep saying, Steve, this is fantastic. What is this? And then he says something in Chinese, which I don't understand. And then I said...
Steve Jenkins is Chinese.
He was adopted when he was a kid.
He's lying. He's definitely lying.
Taken to China, but he was an English baby, yeah. This is a true story.
But he was an English baby.
Steve Jenkins. They adopted him.
Even though he was a baby, he was known as Steve.
Obviously not. He was called Baby Steve.
So this Chinese couple adopt baby
Stephen.
He's got his full name. He's called Steve Jenkins.
They don't change his name.
But they couldn't change his name, could they?
Continue to call him.
Yeah, because he's clearly an English baby. They knew he was going to grow up looking Western.
Was he the only Steve Jenkins in his school?
I think we should concentrate more on my ability to cook and less on my ability to understand the basic systems of adopting children and taking them to China.
What was the hardest recipe to perfect?
The hardest one to perfect was definitely the beef in oyster sauce with chilli.
How would you go about cooking that?
Well, first of all, I will get my wok. Yes.
Very bold of you.
Yeah, so I get my wok down from my wok shelf.
Yeah.
Put it down.
Oh, wok shelf?
The wok shelf.
Yes.
How many woks do you own?
About 7.
7 woks?
You don't... How many woks have you got?
1.
Well, that's why you haven't got a book out at Christmas, mate.
Yeah.
That was
So I
good.
light the burner, like that. That's the noise. Heat the oil, put the oil down. Peanut oil, actually. Don't use olive oil, peanut oil. So put the peanut oil
Sounds
around.
delicious.
The trick with the wok is not to put the oil at the bottom of the pan. It's to dribble it around the edge. You know the way you...
Don't. If he's telling the truth, which he ain't. But if he was, if you have peanut allergies, do not buy wok around the clock. You might have a mishap.
Same way you do a toilet duck.
Yeah.
All the way around the edge and watch it slightly go down. And the publisher said, probably don't use that analogy.
Right?
So put it around the edge. Let it all sink down to the bottom like that, yeah? Give it a good spinning round
This
like
is
that.
peanut oil, even though
This
an
is-
increasing number of people in Britain are allergic to
Absolutely,
peanuts.
but I
Doesn't
do-
bother you.
No, I make it very clear to those people on the front of the book. I say, if you have a peanut allergy, you are not welcome.
You are not welcome.
Do that, throw it in, you flash fry it.
I'm there.
Then you're throwing in 3 or 4 different ingredients, depends which, but there's different versions of it. But I'm going to go with the one with lots of greens. You've got lots of broccoli, you've got lots of carrots, you've got lots of a few sesame seeds. You're throwing it in. The thing is to feel the pan, feel it, become the pan, become one with the pan. You flick it up there, stir it round. That's when you add the sauce. That's when you've got to add the sauce, the oyster sauce. But it's homemade oyster sauce. How do you make homemade oyster sauce? I'll tell you exactly how you make homemade oyster sauce. You get some water from the tap, you soak your oysters in it. Yes, you do use oysters. You soak them for 4 weeks in water. So the water goes black. How does it go black? You get your squid ink. You squid ink it in. You mix it up. You then mash it down, in. Get it really liquidy. It's on the turn, but it's not gone off. You've got to get it just on the turn. You put it in, you whisk it round. It's not anymore because stop that. It's gone. It's simmering away like that. It all settles down and you put it onto the pan like that. £9.99. The book's yours.
Good little fake rant there. But he's lying. There's no way he's telling the truth.
What are you thinking? It was very entertaining, but was it? Well, I say very. Was it true?
No, it wasn't true.
Do you need a little time to discuss this with your team?
No, I know. Well, firstly, it wasn't true off the card to start with, because there's no way Lee would bring out that sort of book.
Why?
I've met him, it's evident.
Well, you don't
He
know
then
everything
went on
about
to
me.
make it less
don't know
plausible
everything about me, David.
that your collaborator in this book is a man called Steve Jenkins, who was adopted as a baby in this country, taken back to China.
Not for long.
No, for his whole childhood.
No, he said they came back to Britain.
Yeah, but when he was an adult.
Or when he's an adult.
Yeah, otherwise he'd have been able to speak English now, wouldn't he?
How did you write a book with a man that only spoke Cantonese?
Well, we had an interpreter. Chinese fella called Brian Smith.
I think you're incredible, man.
Incredible as in not credible.
So we're saying it's a lie. Yeah. Well, the audience are on tenterhooks. Lee, was it the truth?
See, there's a slight part of me now thinking, I could actually bring this out. It's alive.
Of course.
It's a lie. Called Leemack's Walk-Around.
Yeah, no, there's no way that was going to be true. A very entertaining story, though. You got 2 Chinese people with English names. It's fantastic. Yeah, this is Would I Lie to You. Of all the game shows that I've seen from across the Atlantic, this is the one that I wish we had. By far. I mean, I wish we had all of them, to be honest. But this is the one that's probably the most fun to watch. Because it's like, you've, as an audience, as someone watching it, audience member, but someone who's watching it from afar, it's fun to participate, even in your mind. You know what I mean? And it's always good to see Lee Mack again. And, of course, David Mitchell, who I've been reacting to a lot of his stuff lately. So, good stuff. Yeah, I need to start doing some more Would I Lie to You reactions, so maybe I'll do those again soon. But I hope you enjoyed the reaction, Boomerites. Like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want, and I'll see you again soon. Have a great day today. Stay safe.